In a world of mystery and intrigue, there lived a young boy named Scott who had a passion for food. He was known far and wide as the ultimate foodie, always on the lookout for the best cuisine the world had to offer. One day, Scott decided to embark on a culinary adventure like no other. He packed his bags and set off on a journey to taste the most delicious dishes from around the globe. As he traveled from country to country, Scott's taste buds were tantalized by exotic flavors and mouth-watering dishes. He sampled spicy curries in India, savory sushi in Japan, and decadent pastries in France. But it was during a stop in the Amazon rainforest that Scott encountered a most unusual foodie companion, an ant named Brian. Brian had a refined palate and a love for all things delicious. Together, Scott and Brian embarked on a quest to find the ultimate culinary treasure. Along the way, they encountered some unusual and comical food situations that tested their wit and humor. The tribe welcomed Scott and Brian with open arms, eager to share their unique cuisine. Scott and Brian were served dishes made from rare and exotic ingredients, including roasted beetles, fried worms, and fermented fruits. While Scott hesitated, Brian dove right in, savoring every bite with delight. In order to win the tribe's favor, Scott and Brian were tasked with preparing a dish that would impress even the most discerning palate. With Brian's expert guidance, Scott whipped up a dish that combined flavors from all the places they had visited on their journey. The tribe was amazed by the delicious creation and declared Scott and Brian the winners of the cooking challenge. However, their victory celebration was short-lived when they found themselves trapped in a sticky situation, literally. A giant sticky pudding had been accidentally unleashed, threatening to engulf the entire tribe. With quick thinking and a dash of humor, Scott and Brian worked together to outsmart the pudding and save the day. As they continued their journey, Scott and Brian encountered a group of mischievous monkeys who were determined to steal their food. A hilarious food fight ensued, with bananas flying everywhere and laughter echoing through the jungle. Scott and Brian emerged victorious, with full bellies and hearts full of joy. Their next stop was a magical food market that sold enchanted dishes capable of granting wishes. Scott and Brian were tempted by the promise of unlimited food and riches, but soon realized that true happiness came from sharing a meal with friends and loved ones. They left the market with full hearts and a newfound appreciation for the simple joys of food. As their journey came to an end, Scott and Brian faced one final challenge that would test their friendship and culinary skills. Together, they cooked a feast fit for kings and queens, showcasing all they had learned on their adventure. The meal was a success, and Scott and Brian knew that their bond would last a lifetime. With their bellies full and hearts brimming with joy, Scott and Brian bid farewell to their foodie adventure. They knew that the best cuisine was not found in fancy restaurants or exotic dishes, but in the laughter and camaraderie shared with friends. As they set off on their next adventure, Scott and Brian knew that their culinary journey had only just begun.